Just because you were blocked, it doesn't mean crap. I've seen countless clients of mine who have manifested their SPs when they were in no contact, or even by breaking no contact. Guys, this is not an excuse for you to just give up, okay? The issue is time. Everybody expects that they just do an affirmation, that they do a technique, and after that, boom, their SP is going to be blowing up their phone. Their SP is going to jump out of that relationship, and kind of like a cartoon show, everything is just going to be perfect. But manifestation is not a magic wand. Manifestation is all about existence. Who are you existing as? Okay? It does not matter if you refresh the page and it says this user cannot be found. It does not matter if when you call it goes straight to voicemail, right? It does not matter if your mutual friends are telling you that she or he wants nothing to do with you, okay? If you persist in the end, you will have. Persisting in the end meaning in your end as the person who has. You got to understand one thing, guys. There's nothing wrong with reaching out in no contact, or if you're blocked, or, you know, there's nothing wrong necessarily with contacting them, right? And there might not even be necessarily something 100% of the time illegal for you to check their status. But who are you checking it as? You got to ask yourself, would you be doing this if they were in your bed every single night married to you? Right? Now, I know there's going to be someone out there who's going to say, well, technically, if we're in a relationship, I'm always going to be checking his status. Yeah, and that's how they fucking leave you. Okay? You see, remember, that's another thing. You don't want to manifest the version of them that goes away after a few months. You want to manifest the version of them that stays. And how do you do that? By being. And by detaching from this idea of time, realizing that the moment that you say right now, whether it's through an affirmation, an imaginal act, or just simply deciding, the moment that you say that you and your SP are married, boom, it's done. Now, if you want to get scientific here, technically, if you impress the subconscious, it might hit and make the process quicker. Now, I don't 100% agree with that, because I don't want people to believe that if their imaginations suck, then guess what? You're going to have to wait years for your SP. Nonsense. There's been people who've gotten their SP just by deciding, and their imagination looks like a fucking 1920s Charlie Chaplin film, filmed with a calculator, right? But I believe in giving you imaginal acts that help, that make you almost feel like if you came out of it, right? The best way to do this is, instead of focusing on every single little minute detail, try to, at the very least, get the sense of touch down. And again, when I say sense of touch, I don't mean that I want you to get to the point where you're practically in a virtual reality headset. But try this. Imagine yourself holding a pencil in your hand, okay? I guarantee you right now, you just touched the pencil in your 4D's version of your body with your hand, right? You're not gonna feel it actually with your physical hands in the 3D, in the physical realm right now. But if I tell you to touch a pencil in your head right now, in your imagination, you know exactly what it feels like. You feel the wood. It's very skinny. It's very thin. Shit, you probably are fiddling with the eraser right now, and you know exactly what it feels like. But are you actually feeling it with your physical hand right now? No. Well, the same way that you can touch that pencil practically effortlessly in your imagination is the same way that I want you to get the sense of touch down with your SP, whether it's intimately, whether it's you guys holding each other's hands and you feel the engagement ring on your finger, whatever it may be. And make sure that the imaginal act is in your end, and it's not just you guys banging each other. It's not just you guys on a date and she's smiling or he's smiling, but it is a clear 5 to 10 second or maybe even 2 to 5 second clip of her or him chasing you. It's obvious that you are the one in power. This could be as simple as, if it's a kiss, you start the imaginal scene where they grab your shirt and she starts kissing you. Or this could be a simple salute of the wine glasses and he's like, when do you think we can get married? Would he be asking that if he didn't want to marry you? Would she be grabbing your shirt if she felt coerced to make out with you? No. And then the way to cap the 5-second imaginal act off is, instead of feeling a big, huge ear-to-ear grin on your face, I want you to feel so fucking bored in this imaginal act that it's almost like, oh my gosh, I want to go watch the UFC fight. Or, he's a little too clingy, right? Or you simply just say in your mind, of course he's wanting to marry me. Man, she cannot keep her hands off me, right? But whatever you do, don't get excited in the imaginal act. Don't act like surprised or shocked or I can't believe this is happening. Because guess what? The most important detail in your imaginal act is the implication, not the sense of touch, not the smell of his cologne. Because you can have an imaginal act where you guys are banging each other for 5 hours and it's in fucking David Fincher, Christopher Nolan, high quality IMAX. But if you in the imaginal act are excited or happy or, oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world, guess what? You are manifesting as the guy or girl who never experiences that. And guess what? Your reality is going to see that you never experienced that, so it will not allow you to experience that. Because it doesn't care about the fucking act. It doesn't care about the shoes you were wearing in the scene. All it cares about is the state that you're in, because the whole point of this imaginal act is not to practice your fucking creative skills. It is to get you into the state. So that way, 2 hours after this, 2 weeks after this, 2 months after this, whenever you think of her or him, you look at that imaginal act like a memory. Because when you think of your memories, bro, you don't see everything vividly either ways, bro. You just imagine the state that you were in. And guess what? If you can get to that point where your imaginal acts get to that intensity, congratulations, you've made it a memory, and boom. That's how it is. So this whole video was going to be about why being blocked and ghosted does not matter. But I felt the need to throw in a powerful manifestation approach to really help you guys. A little bit of the secret sauce, right? But going back to why being ghosted does not matter is because we have seen people change their minds before. So stop acting, okay? Like people don't change their mind about deals. They don't change their mind about their feelings for you. Just the same way that they no longer love you anymore is the same way that they can love you again. Okay? Remember, this is why clingy people don't keep boyfriends or girlfriends, because their partner is just simply reflecting how they felt about themselves. But if they were to look at all the Instagram followers that she was getting, if they were to look at all the girls that have a crush on him and say, well, of course, he's attractive. I only attract the high quality of men. Of course she's getting all those followers because I always attract the most sexiest women on the planet. It's not her fault that she's sexy. Even if the guy is practically sending her DMs all the time and asking to marry her, if you come at it with confidence, guess what? You won't start making those decisions to be controlling and toxic. If she is distant in the relationship, and instead of saying, oh man, what did I do? If you say, well, she's lucky to have me. If anything, she's just having a bad day. Guess what? You won't naturally make decisions that turn her off and make her distance herself even more. Okay? This is how breakups start. And even if it's not you manifesting an X, you don't understand what happens when you get in the state, when you make those imaginal acts memories. They're not just to give you a dopamine high. They're to actually make this your truth. And when it's your truth, your subconscious not only says, oh, okay, that's cute. You actually start acting as the person in that scene. That's the reason why it's so important for you to, at the end of the imaginal act, feel like the one who's in charge, to feel like, well, of course, almost arrogance. I mean, fucking arrogance, Max. That's another fucking video in itself. Why? Because when your subconscious sees that you were indifferent to the matter, it makes you into that person, and you start naturally getting the thoughts, the desires, the creative ideas, the actions naturally, without forcing it, without having to put on a mask. You start being that person. And that, my friends, is how you stop being the person who is being ghosted, because you can simply look at that 3D and see that they have you blocked, see that you double texted, quadruple texted 5 times, still no answer. And you say, that's an old identity. I'm in the reality where, shit, the moment I came out of the womb, even the nurses were like, Jesus Christ. All right? So if you guys want help with manifesting, book a call with me. The links are down below. Join the membership for exclusive access to videos that will not be shown on the public side, and up to 2 months of advance of videos that will be shown on the public side later. And it also has the only location where you can see personal client success stories up to 20+ minutes long, and more perks to come. Love you guys.